guys. Sorry I haven't uploaded recently. I'm gonna try and do it more often. I just haven't been very open with my free time and have been very busy. But for today, I'm gonna show off my next ability. So I'm gonna do more of my ability series. I'm gonna try and go over all of these. This one, the Rob ability and the Lawman, these two are not included because these are just for my map. But eventually, I might make how to make a crime system video or a tutorial for a crime system. So let me know if you guys want that. But I'm gonna get started with this. So first off, you're gonna want to go into your chat and you're gonna want to make 3 scoreboards. So to do this, you just use this command. So you're gonna want to make ability active timer dummy, ability equipped dummy, and ability cooldown dummy. And then once you make those, then you can get started with the commands. One more thing I'm gonna note. I'm gonna start doing this in my videos. You're gonna need a ticking area on your commands. Because if you don't have one, your commands will not run if you are not near them. Alright, so for the first set of commands here, it's going to be on a 20 tick. And so I'm going to go through all of the commands and explain how they work, how I usually do. And please note the tick delays on these play sounds. Just a heads up. This is going to be on a 2 tick delay for the next one. This one's going to be on a 20 tick. This one on a 10 tick. This is for the timer's ticking sound. This is on a 0 tick. Also on a 0 tick. This is on a 5 tick. And this is also on a 0 tick. Alright, so now I'm going to go over all of the commands. So all this does is subtract the cooldown by 1. This one subtracts the active timer by 1. And then this, whenever the cooldown is at 1 second, it'll do a little bum 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 sound to let you know that it's ready, and then it notifies you in chat that it is ready. Now this here, this is just for the cooldown. If you want the cooldown to be longer, you just change this, but you have to make sure to go into the rest of the commands, like here, and change the score in this as well. So like the cooldown set is 50, so you're gonna have to change this to 50 as well, or like to whatever if you want to change the cooldown, change it to whatever it is. So first off, the ability equipped, it is at 11. That does not have to be 11 for you. This is just my 11th ability, so the numbers are all based in order of when I created them. So this can be 1, or you don't even need this ability equipped if you don't want it, but I have it for my map just so I can allow other people to run other abilities rather than just this one. So that's why it's on 11. And then this, if they're holding it in their hand and they are crouching, and if they're in the air, then it will start the command. And then this just sets their active timer to 12 for the ability. This will do a play sound on the player, same with this one. And then this next one will do a particle. So you'll notice the only way it activates, so ignore that, that's just for my shield blocking. So as soon as I jump, it activates. And you'll hear that little ticking sound. So that ticking sound is right here. So if their timer ability cooldown is 50 or more, then it'll do this ticking sound. But that's just to indicate that your ability is still active. And this one here, this will do a falling dust particle, so any arrows near you that are in your radius will have that particle to indicate that they are being affected by your ability. Now this one, it's going to be a lot to look at, but this, what this is it'll execute any entity near the arrow to be teleported towards it, except some of these. Some of these are just for my map. You don't have to have all these types. Like, you can make it so players are affected, but if you do that, then the ability user might be affected. So you don't want to do that. Unless you do all entities and then make it so it doesn't do it to entities with the ability score of if their ability equipped is 11, for example, and their active timer is 1 or more, then it won't do it to people with this. So if you want to do that, then you're going to have to add this score, add a score of 0 at least to all entities, so then they can be affected, if that makes sense. It's kind of confusing. But if you don't want to do all that, then just keep it to where it doesn't do it to players. And then these are, again, just for my map, so it doesn't affect these entities for me. But it will give entities in a 3 block radius. I should actually change it because the TP is on a 7 block. So instead of a 3 block, I'm going to do a 5 block. So now any entity in a 5 block radius of the arrow will get slowness for 2 seconds. And now this here, this actually TPs them, so it's the same thing, except instead of the particle, it will TP them towards the arrow, the nearest arrow to them. And now this one, this does the particle on the mob that's being teleported. So I'm going to change the radius again to 7. The reason why it's on 5 is because that's what it originally was, and then I increased it, so now it's on, put it up to 7. And so again, yep, just the same thing as the previous command, except it does a particle. And then this here, the arrow, so basically the arrow here, if a block of air is below it, then this will, what do you call it? This will TP the entity towards the arrow, for example. Let me see. Oh, I was really confused for a second. I was running my head too. Sorry for the confusion, but this one is the same thing basically. This one actually TPs it just like this one, but this there's a second one just so it TPs faster, if that makes sense. So yep, the reason why I have 2 again is just so they move quicker towards the arrow. But yeah, and that's all the commands. Super easy in terms of, like, I guess making the cooldown system, but when it comes to the TP, there's a lot to type. But most of that you don't have to type again unless you want the entities affected that I don't have selected as the type. But again, that's just preference for me, but it's up to you if you want to change it. And so yeah, that is the ability. I already have the thumbnails created for the rest of these, so I'm gonna start working on them. The next one I'm gonna work on is this one, and then again I'm ignoring this one, and I'm gonna work on this, and this. So yeah, and then this one as well. So I'm gonna go through all of the abilities, and yeah, so that's all of them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, you guys.